months with 0 down today. Now through Monday at Ashley.
You know what? We like to think of 3+U as being a happy show. Most times when people come through our doors, they have something happy to talk about. And this morning we kind of get happy ×2 because Alan Barra is back on the show. He has Barra's Cabinetry. Do I say that right? Cabinet Refinishing. This is Jessica White, and she's bringing the second dose of happy because you'll see when her name pops up, it says happy customer. So good to see you both.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So Alan, you've been coming on the show for a while now, and I told you when you came in today, I've run into at least one person who used you.
Yes.
And she has seen you on the show and stopped me to say what a great job you did. And we talked about how wonderful we both think it is that you just take on one project a week. So no one's ever having to share your genius. So Jessica was lucky enough to be one of those people. You had kind of a vision for your kitchen, and your mom said you got to call Alan Barra.
So yeah, she referred me to someone who helped kind of design the layout. It was a kind of a shotgun style kitchen, tough. We weren't expanding it, so how can we make it work? She did some drawings and editings, and then she referred us to Alan, and he made everything happen. So it's really nice.
So you've shared a few little nuggets with me. So a couple of things that really have stuck was you said to me, I knew that I didn't have in my budget a complete redo of the cabinets. So you went into this thinking that you would just have Alan paint them.
Yes.
But that's not what you did.
No. So we kind of talked through some things. The cabinet faces that we had were a little bit more ornate than what I typically would go for. And Alan's like, well, let me just price out refacing them because it may not be as bad as what you think. And so when he did, the number didn't ruin everything, and it actually created a much better looking kitchen. So we're very pleased.
Well, I think that's really important to share because so often in any kind of remodel, you always hear the story of you begin with this budget and you end with this budget. So for you to be able to say he helped you come in at pretty much your same budget with a much better result than you thought you were going to get.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We did a mini shaker style, so kind of because it was a narrow shotgun style kitchen, you really wanted the cabinets to look as wide and big as possible. And so when we kind of did more of the smaller shaker, it expanded the kitchen, made it look much bigger.
I would say Jessica ended up getting what we offer as far as the refinish, reface, modification, and custom cabinetry all in one. So when you call us a boutique, she got every bit of that in her kitchen.
So you also did an island for her, is that right?
That is correct.
So
a large one.
A large one.
Yeah, I think it was at 10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah,
yes.
it was a long island to try to utilize space and make it work, but it looked stunning.
So was that your idea? I know you have a design background yourself.
So luckily, Linda kind of helped me because it has a weird curve, which at first I was like, I haven't seen this.
The island?
The island, yeah. So it goes out straight, but then kind of curves out, almost like a piano if you think of it. But now we can sit there, the whole family, have plenty of room to kind of, and then also be able to cut vegetables and do whatever we're doing from a cooking and food prep standpoint. So it looks stunning.
You know, to me, so often everything in your life is a partnership with, like, you're the expert in one way, but then you turn to an expert, in this case, Alan, to partner with. So talk about the ease of working with him, because that's also a fit that you've got to find.
Well, Alan's so good at communicating. So for me, like, I had a vision, I know what it is, but he was able to walk me through some of the things that may either be challenges or may not look as good as what I was anticipating. So he could help kind of shift, okay, well, you can do this, but I would use this sheen because it'll wear better. You've got young kids and you're not going to see the scratches and scuffs. So you may not want to do a high gloss or something super, super low luster. So those are things that I wouldn't have known and would have probably been frustrated with down the road if he wouldn't have communicated that with me. You know, so I ended up going with trusting his expertise on some of those things.
Well, and I think I'm right, correct me if I'm not, but that when people call you, it's you. So you are the one in their home. So you kind of take them under your wing, you kind of hold them tight for that week that you're with them.
So when you're calling our business, you're calling me directly. It's me you're speaking with. So yes, I mean, I am the owner operator of my business, and what I've built is what you're going to get is always the good custom service that we're always trying to give everybody.
I also like the fact that the custom is a big part of it. You don't have a Barra's cabinet look. Right, you don't have a formula that you go by. You really custom it to each home.
That is correct. That is correct. We do customize your home as far as that goes. Like in her case was the refinishing, reface, modification work. So what she had, what it looked like in one aspect, I mean, it was completely, I mean, it's unrecognizable when we're done, but really for the better.
Well, you better plan your vacations accordingly, because it sounds like she already has plans to have you come back. Is it your closet you're dreaming of next?
So it's a master bath. I need two vanities from him. And so it's like I want a natural wood. I want it to be very clean looking, and I know he's the person that can do it. So
since you do only do the one client a week, I'm sure your waiting list, expect to wait. What are you looking at right now on a waiting list? August.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. That would still get you done before the holiday season comes,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that is correct.
You will do bathrooms, closets, pantries,
Yeah, anything custom cabinetry.
anything custom cabinetry. So you make your own list. Here's the phone number so you'll know how to get in touch with him. It's Alan Barra at Barra's Cabinet Refinishing. They're located in Whitwell, but really it's your home. The phone number 582-2888. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Around 20 years ago, I received a phone call that no one wants to receive. My mother had been in a terrible car wreck. Her bones, they were shattered from head to toe. Both her life and mine were forever changed. When I'm asked why we represent the injured, it's very simple. It's personal to me and my law firm. And I must say, we're darn good at what we do. At Wedemark Keith, it's more to us. It's personal.
You look like a superstar up there. I know America, they always get it right.
The Voice finale live tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Wow. Where the X are we? That is for me to know and them to find out. This ought to be fun.